And Greek firefighters say a large wildfire that broke out near Athens is now under control. Authorities issued evacuation orders and warned that strong winds and high temperatures meant that the risk of other fires breaking out remains high.
And coming up, heat health alerts are in force across most of England ahead of a second summer heatwave.
And the heat has been turned back on in the south, with temperatures heading towards the mid-30s over the next few days. Join me for the very latest on this a bit later in the programme.
As a heat health alert is issued from today, we hear why so many buildings in the capital struggle to cope with rising temperatures.
Talking of icons. Matt, good morning to you.
Morning,
How
both.
are you? That
Morning.
looks like a cartoon, you know, the Simpsons cartoon.
It is a little bit,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is really like that.
We will have skies like this across some parts of the UK over the next few days. Nag, a very good morning to you. Let's first of all talk about heat. It's on the headlines once again. There is a amber heat health alert issued across some parts of England from today all the way through to Tuesday, indicating that temperatures on the rise. Heat health alerts are basically for the health and social services, just to indicate there's going to be a real increase in demand over the coming days as high daytime and nighttime temperatures start to impact health. The areas affected in this map across parts of southern and eastern England. There are yellow alerts as well through Yorkshire and parts of the northwest Midlands. Must add that this health alert system is only across England at the moment, but across the north and the west, temperatures are not going to get anywhere near as high. Big contrast, in fact, in temperatures over the next few days.
Really is like a step back in time.
It is. We should ask Matt what the weather was like in 1905 on this day.
It was sunny, wasn't it?
Possibly. Probably a bit cooler than it was is today. That's
Wow.
one thing for sure.
Well, there's a heat
yes.
alert today, isn't there?
There is again, yes, heat building again across the UK. Some parts of East Anglia back into heatwave territory. But let's talk about the heat health alert that's been issued. It's an amber one. That's the second stage up now, between now and Tuesday. It's basically for health and social services. They're going to expect an increase in demand over the next few days.
Really looking forward to Wimbledon, even though I think it's going to be really hot.
It's definitely going to be really hot. It's fine for the people who can just sit down and watch.
And watch in the shade.
Yeah.
Maybe. But we always talk about, that's the thing, Wimbledon always hit by weather. Glastonbury always hit by weather. Neither. Yet.
I think people are going to struggle. Let's see. Matt is taking a look at it. What's your comfortable number?
I'm probably around about 24, 25, if I'm honest. I think that's probably about right for me.
Interesting.
Just as a max, yeah. As soon as the sun's out, I'm quite happy. But yeah, Wimbledon, you might struggle on opening day. Hottest opening day in record, potentially. Temperatures 33, 34 degrees likely. Yes, the heat is building. Very good morning to you. Heat wave already in some parts of East Anglia. And that heat wave's going to build further across southern and eastern areas. Now, I emphasise the south and east because it's not going to be as widespread, the heat, this time around. If I just show you how temperatures will compare to normal on this chart, the oranges and the increasing red showing how much of Western Europe we're going to see temperatures climb well above where we'd normally expect this time of year. For us, as we head into the start of next week, it's going to be a bit of an east-west split. Some eastern areas around 8 to 14 Celsius above normal for this stage in late June, early July, whereas we're only talking about 0 to 5 degrees above average in the west. Still, though, significant at any time of the year.
Yeah, lovely day actually here on the Cam in Cambridge. Temperatures around 25 degrees, which is a comfortable temperature, but it's going to get hotter for large parts of the country.
Good afternoon. The temperature is getting hotter over the weekend, and if we reach 28 Celsius on 3 consecutive days, then that is considered a heat wave, and it is looking likely. High cloud this morning, you can see some hazy sunshine. It has been clearing though, plenty of blue sky following on from that, and you can see it from the satellite.
Well, thank you very much, Ben. Hot on the heels of one heat wave, we've got another one developing this weekend, and with temperatures significantly above average across East Wales, the Midlands and eastern parts of England. But it is cooler for Scotland and Northern Ireland, and today there's a lot of cloud around here. It's producing some misty weather, some rain and drizzle. Where we're seeing the best of the sunshine, though, through the Midlands towards East Anglia and the southeast of England. That's where we're going to see the highest temperatures.
Hello there, good evening. It has been a warm month today, but temperatures are rising further, the heat and humidity builds, and the heat really peaks early next week, Monday and perhaps Tuesday as well. 29 or 30 degrees on the cards for tomorrow. And a similar story into Sunday. Again, perhaps a bit more in the way of some sunshine, but those temperatures really pushing up around 30 degrees on the cards. But yes, early next week, those temperatures do really rocket. We could see something like 34 degrees perhaps on Monday, maybe 33 on Tuesday. Some uncertainty about the exact numbers. The record for June currently stands at 35.6 degrees, about a 20% chance we could break that into Monday, plus some very warm nights as well. Well, we're continuing with tricky conditions for hay fever sufferers at the moment, high or very high levels of grass pollen, and we've also got moderate levels of nettle pollen as well. Have a very good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
It's been quite hot today, Sophie. We've had temperatures reach the high 20s across parts of eastern England with skies like these, quite dramatic clouds out and about with plenty of sunshine as well. But the peak of the heat wave, though, still looks likely to be around Monday or Tuesday, with temperatures hitting 34 or 35 degrees Celsius. One question we've been asked here at the Weather Centre is, don't we always see temperatures of 30 degrees in June? Well, if we take a look at this chart, back in the 1960s, we only reached the 30-degree mark in June 1 in 10 years. But that frequency, the chance, has been increasing. Currently, 5 out of 6 years this decade have reached that figure. And if we extrapolate that for the end of the decade, it's likely to be around an 80% chance, something like that. So that is climate change. We are seeing those 30-degree Junes much more commonly as our climate warms up.
And we are bracing ourselves, Chris.
Yeah, that's right, Alice. And, you know, to get a heat wave here in the London area, you need 3 consecutive days with temperatures over 28 degrees Celsius. Today we have reached 28, so we can tick that one off. It is going to get hotter, though, over the next few days.
And Alex is in Syon Park in West London for us. And those heat warnings are in force, as we mentioned earlier, and it is going to get hotter, isn't it?
Absolutely, Charlene. Yeah, we've spent the day here at Syon Park, and we're really starting to feel the heat here. Temperatures were just over 27 degrees Celsius, and the great conservatory behind me is still enjoying some evening sunshine. But this wasn't the hottest place. Just down the road at Heathrow Airport, it got to 28.2 degrees Celsius. In fact, let's take a look at our temperatures as we head through the next few days. And we've been tracking these over the last few nights, and you can see that as we head towards the end of the weekend into next week, on Monday, headline temperature is 34, and then the heat starts to fall away, but slowly on Tuesday down to 33 degrees Celsius. But I have to say, this heat is concentrated across the south and southeast. So let's get a check actually on where we're expecting to have our second heat wave of June. And you can see with that heat concentrated out towards the southeast, that's where the Met Office are predicting. And in fact, some would have already seen their first day of a heat wave with those thresholds being met. Just a reminder, East Midlands is 27, the southeast is 28. Right, let's get into the forecast right now. Well, as we head through into the weekend, it certainly is going to be a little more changeable the further north you go, but perhaps more bearable if you don't like the heat. That's going to be intensifying across the south and southeast as we head through the coming days. But of course, do bear in mind, we do have those heat health alerts, amber across some parts of England. So go careful as we head through the coming days, stay hydrated and also slap on that sun cream.